The 2027 Nebraska in-state recruiting class is looking absolutely generational. We have never seen this much talent in the state of Nebraska. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the top prospects from Omaha, Lincoln, and the state of Nebraska in 2027. Spoiler alert. 1 5-star prospect, multiple high 4 stars, some good 3 stars, and so much more. We're going to go over every single one of these players, what they bring to the table, their interest in Nebraska, and everything else you need to know. So really quick, jam-packed video. Hit that like button if you're fired up. And also, it takes 2 seconds. If you support what I'm doing here on this channel, daily Husker football content and recruiting videos just like this, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out more than you would know. Once again, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into it, going over the top recruits from the state of Nebraska in the 2027 cycle. This is going to be a one for the history books. We need to get things started with one of the best prospects to ever come out of the state of Nebraska in the recruiting rankings. You probably already know who this is. Out of Omaha, Omaha Central, this is 5-star safety Pittman III. What more needs to be said about this guy? 6 foot tall, 185, one of the most dynamic athletes ever to come out of Omaha. He's a track star. He runs a legit 4.4 40-yard dash, and it's only going to get better. He has some great offers in there. He got USC, he got LSU, Miami, Missouri, Penn State, Tennessee, and it's only going to get better. We're going to see Bama get in here. We're going to see Georgia. We're going to see some legit big names, Ohio State, very, very quickly. He's becoming one of the most sought-after players in the country, one of the best safety recruits we've ever even seen in the country in the past decade, with his speed, size, athleticism, the ability to catch the football, the ability to tackle. It's going to be a complete bidding war to get this guy. Now, where does he stand with Nebraska? That's the first thing. Well, as of right now, Nebraska's in that top 5. Now, are they the leader of the clubhouse? It's too early to say. Again, he's not really going to be penning down too many, top 10 schools, top 15 schools until probably the fall. Obviously, he's a 2027 kid, not 2026. But Nebraska's in a good spot. What Nebraska needs to do is continue to facilitate relationships inside Omaha Central, and they need to continue to win. I'm telling you right now, Pittman's a guy who wants to win. He's not going to go to Nebraska if you win 7 games next year. It's not going to happen. You've got to win 9 if you want to get a guy like him, who's as dynamic and talented as him. Okay, and there's some Nebraska connections in that state. Abdul Muhammad, he's an Omaha Central guy. He's developed Pittman. That was a guy who's a past Nebraska Cornhusker. So he's pulling some strings here to get Torrey to Lincoln. But, you need to facilitate this relationship as much as possible, and you got to win football games. But this is a dynamic athlete, man. I mean, he's so speedy. He's so elusive. The ball skills are great. He can catch the football. He plays wide receiver too. I love it. He's a great prospect, man. So fun to watch. Nebraska needs him, man. We talk about locking down Omaha all the time. This is where it really matters. Cool, you can get a 3-star Caden Vermoss and Tyson Terry from Nebraska. That's great, cool. But when it matters the most and you have these top talent guys, can you get them? This is when it matters. Let's see if they can. Pittman, absolute stud. Guy to watch for the next year and a half. Then there are a lot more really good players. Braylen Warren at that quarterback position out of Westside High School is a guy that Nebraska is absolutely interested in. Now, Matt Rhule in particular really likes Braylen Warren. He's seen him play before. He saw him play at the state title game. I was at the state title game. Matt Rhule was right there, kind of near me watching Braylen Warren play. Braylen Warren's a dog, man. He got some really good offers recently. Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, South Florida. Got some looks from Wisconsin, Boston College in there, and Nebraska. I think they're very close to offering him. Now, Braylen Warren right now is not ranked according to 24/7. Again, it's very early on the recruiting process for the 2027 class, so he'll get a rating very soon here. I imagine it's a high 3-star when he is ranked, but he's a guy who's dual threat quarterback. He's a pass first guy, has a really good cannon. Honestly, very, very good accuracy for him being as young as he is. Very mature for his age. He's going to continue to build on some good weight, some good height. I think he's still growing. So I like Braylen Warren, but his accuracy is something that I'm very impressed with at his age. And trust me, Nebraska's very interested here. Very going to be a recruiting process to watch, but I expect he's going to get a lot of offers pretty quickly, especially this summer. So name to watch out for. Nebraska will likely offer him pretty quickly. Matt Erickson's a guy that Nebraska has offered coming out of Millard West. Nebraska is the only school to have offered him, but he's visited the Huskers like 10 times. He's a legacy, 6'8", 230 pounds. I expect him to commit to Nebraska. Now, this is a guy who, honestly, man, I mean, he's just a tank. He's just a tank. He's huge. He's good in the pass pro. He's dynamic in the running game. He will commit to Nebraska if the offer's there. Expect him to be a Nebraska Cornhusker. Then we have some really interesting, and by the way, Matt Erickson is probably going to be a pretty high 3-star recruit when he is ranked again pretty early. We have some pretty interesting running backs in this class. Nebraska, historically, they've produced some good running backs. It's been a while, though. That changes in the 2027 cycle. Kylonn Haynie is somebody who I'm absolutely excited to see him develop throughout his career. Nebraska has already offered him. He is a teammate of Torrey Pittman at Omaha Central. He's listed at 5'10", already 200 pounds. You want a guy who can lay a stiff arm. You want a power back. This is your guy. This is absolutely your guy. Kylonn Haynie, man, I've seen him benching, absurd amount of weight, trucking over guys, throwing the stiff arm, laying the wood. This guy is a dog, man. And not only has Nebraska offered him, Wisconsin just offered him. And when Wisconsin offers a running back, your ears perk up a little bit. He's the next big Nebraska player to blow up. You absolutely believe it. Really, really like this guy. Nebraska odds-on favorite right now to land him. But again, he's going to continue to get offers. He's going to be a 4-star prospect, I think, when it's said and done. Jenkins, another running back, this time coming out of Omaha West Side. This guy was also in the state title game. He ran for the most yards of any player this year in all of Class A football. 2,000 yards, excuse me. He's also probably the fastest running back, incredibly dynamic, quick feet. He's quicker than fast, but he's also very fast and very dynamic. He can catch passes as well. Good blocker. Jenkins, man, I expect him to get some Nebraska looks pretty quickly here, have a good offseason. But another guy that Nebraska is expected to be very involved with. Definitely expect Nebraska to get involved here with Jenkins. But again, that'd be a nice little duo there to have a big power back and a big dynamic running back like Jenkins. He's going to get some looks. He is very, very good for being as young as he is. One other guy I want to put on your radar. This is actually a 2026 guy, but he's been blown up recently, so I want to talk about him, is Deion Jones, younger brother of Donovan Jones out of Omaha North. He has blown up recently. Blown up to a very high 3-star prospect. He's 6'1", 170 pounds. He's got some good offers, man. Minnesota offered him. Fresno State offered him. Colorado State offered him. I expect him to get some even better offers very quickly. Nebraska is going to be the next school to really get involved here. I want to just share with you Deion Jones' stats from last year. He had 8 interceptions for Omaha North, leading all of Nebraska high school football. One of those was a pick 6. He had 5 PBUs. He had 1 sack, 1 forced fumble. On the offensive side of the football, he had 11 receiving touchdowns for 800 yards. He was first team All-State. Deion Jones, man, you want a lockdown corner? You want a guy who can tackle too, who's physical, is tough, who has good size on him? Nebraska can get involved here for Deion Jones. I'm gonna vouch for my guy. Get this guy an offer because he is an absolute gamer. So, all right, guys, those are the top players in the 2027 class. There's still a lot of names that are going to trickle in, but those are really the top 5 that I'm really looking out for. Obviously, wanted to throw on Deion Jones, 26, but it's going to be a good class, man, and it's only going to get better. We're going to hear more names pop up over time. Man, I'm excited to see what happens, but there's some big names. Big race for Torrey Pittman. Let's see if they can get him to Lincoln. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts down below about Nebraska's in-state class for 2027. Let me know in the comment section. Hey, if you made this far in the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go be great. Go, Rhule. See you in the next one.